Thanks so much for tuning into the Trade Setup with me, Niraj Shah. And, did you know that the US earnings system or earnings season is looking dramatically different from our market? So we've talked about how flows have been going out, etc. Look at the earnings as well. About 93% of the S&P 500 companies have reported quarterly results as of yesterday. 75% of those companies have exceeded expectations, and over 60% have surpassed their revenue estimates as well. This is as per FactSet. Now, clearly shows that relative to what some of the other countries' earnings season has been, US has actually been very strong in terms of earnings, so no surprise that there's a bit of a favor there. But the markets did okay though. Nasdaq recovered a little bit of those lost ground, but Dow futures are trading fairly flat. Asian markets, a tick of green across them. Our market should be a flattish start. I would reckon about 66 odd points could give up either way. So, well, okay, better than yesterday, the Qs, isn't it? Look at the trade setup for the day today. The slowdown fears, I don't think, are not unwarranted, let me put it that way, and therefore they could impact the multiples in the short term. A lot of people talking about whether 20-21 times should be given, or will it actually or should it actually be lower to longer term averages, which is 18 times. So that's to be borne in mind. I think bottom up stock picking is the order of the day. Give up the necessity to predict the Nifty and try and trade the Nifty. Look at what's happened while the Nifty's been okay. I will bring up 3 or 4 examples. So if you look at an Avalon Tech or a KRN Tech, Innova CapTab, Banco Products, these stocks have given 1 month returns of 48%. Avalon went up after Motilal Oswal came out with the note. You had ample time to buy that. KRN Exchanges, the management, when the stock was at 600, came on NDTV Profit and said that the capacity is going up by 6x, from 600 to 740 yesterday. Similarly, Innova CapTab, Bank, a clutch of these names. I can give you countless examples of stocks which are coming out, giving good commentary, and the stocks are going post that. So go bottom up. Don't be fascinated or obsessed with the Nifty alone. The new dividend guidelines, and I'll talk about them in a moment, will bring CPSEs in focus today. And remember, city gas distribution companies went down yesterday. The street is not in a rush to buy them. So you look at an IGL and MGL, massive corrections. You would expect that after such a steep correction, could there be a bounce back? The street is not in a rush to buy them. IPO opening today, NTPC Green, the price band set from 102 to 108, 10,000 crore IPO, entirely a fresh issue. The opinion is divided on this one. I've seen notes which have said it's okay, and I've seen notes which have said subscribe to it, so remains to be seen. There are companies which will go ex-dividend today as well, ONGC, Asian Paints, Ashok Leyland, so you got to watch out for them. If they start off lower, they're not starting lower because of any issues, but because they are going ex-dividend. Now, stocks to watch today. Waaree Energies, Q2 numbers came out. Revenues were up 1%, just 1% at 3,754 crores. Margins 14.7 versus 14.6, and net profit up 17% at 375 crores. So the bottom line number looks okay. The top line number very, very flat. And in a scenario where the US clear picture is unclear around solar energy, I don't know if the street will take very kindly to these numbers, but let's wait and watch. CPSEs could be in focus. Every CPSE, as per a DIPAM circular, every CPSE will pay a minimum 30% of PAT or 4% of net worth as dividend. And CPSEs are in fact advised to pay higher dividend as well. Brings Nifty CPSE in focus, brings some of the high dividend paying or low dividend paying CPSEs actually in focus, because if they haven't been paying dividend and now if they are mandated to pay 30% dividend, there might suddenly be a bit of a flurry for it. We'll try and tell you on television, on the show, about which are these companies. So, but keep CPSEs in mind. Zee Entertainment, MD and CEO Puneet Goenka resigned from the position of the managing director, now is just the CEO. Well, maybe some quarters of the street might like this as well. Themis Medicare in Gujarat, Themis Biosyn. Starting disclaimers, I do not know anything about these companies, fundamental research not done, but the arithmetic is important here, and that's why I'm bringing them today. Gujarat Themis Biosyn will be merged with Themis Medicare. The swap ratio, Themis Medicare will issue 118 shares for every 100 shares in Gujarat Themis Biosyn. As a result of this swap, the alert that I have is that the swap is in favor of Gujarat Themis Biosyn by over 10%. So maybe Themis Medicare comes off, or maybe Gujarat Themis Biocare goes up. Either of the two, the difference is 10%. So keep that at the back of your mind. PG Technoplast has entered into an electric vehicle assembly and lithium-ion battery assembly unit or agreement. So watch out for this one. Fusion Micro went down 5% yesterday. I've pointed this out just to show you that it is very likely to continue moving lower on concerns shared on 17 November. Remember, the company and the auditors have said that there are concerns on the company staying a going concern. And therefore, while the stock has corrected all through the last few days, and especially yesterday and day before as well, very likely that this may well continue. So bear this at the back of your mind. Last but not the least, from amongst the brokerage notes, the one that stood out for me was this Citi note on Indus Tower. They have reiterated a buy and the target price is 485. They've opened a 90-day positive short-term view. What do they say? The reasons being, I mean, of course, remember, Indus has corrected about 28% since announcing the share buyback. But what do they say? They say that the upcoming pickup in tenancies from Vodafone Idea starting Q3 are being ignored. The acceleration in recovery of past dues from Vodafone are being ignored. There's a declining capex intensity which will aid the free cash flow generation, and they believe that there is improving visibility of dividend reinstatement by fourth quarter, which may also help. So watch out for this one. If there is an upside today, you know why so. It's because of the Citi note. So these are a few things that I thought were important in trade today. Keep these in mind. There's a very strong view coming on gold, by the way. So if we can just pull that one up very quickly, because that view has been given by Goldman Sachs. They say go for gold. They are forecasting that gold prices will be $2,943 per troy ounce, which is about a 12% upside from current levels. Maybe going for gold is not a bad idea. Thanks so much for tuning in.